Recently, I released a video here on my channel where I showed you how I randomly found a distressed property for sale in the Cedar Rapids, Iowa market and made a cash offer sight unseen. Well, I ended up getting that deal and I'm gonna flip it for a profit. And on this video, I'm gonna show you how I secured the contract and how I'm gonna flip it remotely or virtually without ever seeing the property in person. All of that and more coming up.
For a limited time, you can get a free copy of Jerry Norton's Motivated Seller Scripts so you can talk to, email, and text sellers with confidence. Download it now at freesellerscripts.com.
If you're new here, I'm Jerry Norton and I went from dead broke to millionaire flipping houses, and after doing 1,000 deals, I created this channel to help you master the art of wholesaling and flipping real estate so you can live your dream life. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon to get notified when new videos are released. If you follow my channel, every Saturday I do a video series called the Watch Me Wholesale Show. It's a lot of fun. The way it works is I randomly choose a market in the US, then I show you how to find a distressed property for sale, then show you how to run the numbers to determine an offer price, and then finally call and make an offer. Yeah, all of that on one video. Well, episode number 18 of the show, the random market chosen was Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and ended up finding a cute little 2-bedroom house in Waterloo that I used as our deal on that show. Now, it was listed for sale for $65,000, and after crunching the numbers, I called the listing agent and made an offer for $50,000 cash, and the show ended with her agreeing to call the seller and present my offer. Now, if you missed that video or you want a refresher, be sure to watch it again. I'll put the link to that video in the description below for you. So an hour or so after my initial verbal offer, the agent Tori, she called back with a counteroffer of $55,000. Take a listen.
Hey, so I have a response. He said he'll do 55. He, even being conservative, 1,000 in profit, and he feels pretty good about that.
How much?
20 to 25.
And how are you penciling that out, just so I understand your math? What sale price are you going with?
105.
Okay, so 105 sale. 7% closing.
And then just take out 15,000, then take out 55,000 for your purchase price, and then obviously the 15 to add into it. I mean, I guess, you know, on your buying side and then on your selling side, I'd add about 1,000 per side, just, you know, in closing costs.
So 25 it gets you to?
Yeah, 25.
Okay.
And he feels pretty good about that, and I do as well.
Okay. So let's stop right there. I want to make sure that the math is clear for you. Now, the seller is an investor, and him and the agent are trying to justify to me that $55,000 is a good number by pointing out that if I buy this deal for $55,000, spend $15,000 in rehab, and then sell it for $105,000, I'll make a $25,000 profit. Which, if I don't factor in any financing costs to borrow the capital to do the deal, and assuming that I hit those numbers, which I think they're realistic, it would be a $25,000 profit. Now, if the math is unclear, go back and watch that part again. But in all honesty, I don't usually get out of bed for $25,000. Now, I don't mean to sound cocky, but I can tie up bandwidth and resources and energy doing projects that make a lot more money for the same amount of effort. But what if I could get someone else to handle the rehab and selling the house for me? Well, if that were the case, maybe I would get out of bed for $25,000. I mean, I did just have my 10th baby, and that's a lot of mouths to feed. So since this agent seems to be investor friendly and knows how to speak investor language, listen to what I ask her to do for me as a consideration for me buying this house. So the other thing is, let me ask you this. So I'm unrepresented, so I'd let you write the offer for me.
Okay, yeah.
And so then you could get, you know, both sides of the commission. Here's my only challenge, Tori. I'm not local here. Would you be able to assist on helping manage and getting the thing turned back around and the relist?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know
I've got some good contacts for contractors, and yeah.
So I do this remotely in a bunch of other areas, and I'll tell you kind of an arrangement I have in Indianapolis where I do this quite a bit. I've got an agent there that's really awesome. What he does is he'll manage as long as it's not heavy. If it's heavy, it's a different story. But as long as it's like a carpet paint type flip like this one,
Yep.
Then he'll manage the rehab for me. Like he'll coordinate the guys, get them over there, make sure they get it done and do it right. Obviously, I pay really fast, so I'll get everybody paid on time and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then he kind of will do that for me, and then I give him the full 3% on the list. If it's a little bit like bigger scope, then he might charge me $1,000 or something for his time to run over there a lot.
Sure.
But he'll basically kind of like GC it for me and then relist it for me.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Yes,
So if I let you write it for me, so you'll get buyer side on the buy, do the full 3% on the resell, would you take on a little bit of the extra work to manage the subs and get the contractors in there and get it kind of like ready to list?
Certainly. Yeah. I've done that for actually a couple other people before. I have a good list of contacts too.
I think I'd pull the trigger at 55 if you could oversee it for me, get it done, and relist it.
Yeah, absolutely. I can do that.
All right.
All right. Well, let's do it. Okay, I'll get it written up and sent to you. Would you mind texting me your email address?
Yep, I'll text you that right now, and I'll even send you over like a text with all the things you're going to need to write the offer.
Perfect. That'll be very helpful. Thank you so much.
Okay, awesome, Tori. Look forward to doing it.
Thanks. You too.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. Boom! Yeah! So first of all, I offered to let her represent me on the buy side. That means she would not only earn the 3.5% commission for listing the property, but another 3.5% commission for the buyer side. Now, she's not getting rich on this deal because the sale price on the buy is $55,000, but by representing me as well as the seller, she gets $3,850 in commission instead of just $1,925, doubling her income on this one listing. Now, I call that the double dip technique, but I took it a step further and I told her that I'd let her relist the home for me after I fix it up if she would agree to manage the rehab for me. And she was all for it. She's even helped other investors do the same thing in the past, and she agreed. So I told her, let's do it for $55,000. Honestly, can you think of anything more exciting than flipping houses? Now, did you catch that I mentioned an offer sheet? My offer sheet includes everything that she will need to write the offer, including name, address, earnest money, closing date, and other investor-friendly terms like access to the property and so on. Now, if you like my offer sheet template that I use for all of my on-market offers, I'll give that to you along with my agent scripts so that you know exactly what to say to agents. To download that for free, just go to agentofferscripts.com. So I sent over my offer sheet with all of the information that she would need to write the offer. Now, side note here, a few hours later, she still hadn't written the offer, and I got a text from her that said, just received another offer presented by an agent for $58,000 cash. Would you like to match that? Everything else is basically the same. They have a closing in 25 days is the only difference other than price. Now, my response was, no, we had a verbal at $55,000. So she replied, I'll talk to the owner. I will do what I can to honor the first offer. It's my obligation to present every offer, so I cannot not present the other one. Now, good thing the camera wasn't on. I was fuming. I replied back, he said yes to me. Tell the other agent the seller already accepted another offer. Now, I'll close in 14 days if that helps. Then I texted, seller said yes. I gave you everything to write the offer. So right at this point, I'm a little upset, right? She replied, I think we are all good. I texted the other agent and told him we have an agreed upon offer. So that was a close one. I did get the deal locked up. So next, what I want to do is show you how to make sure I get the agent to handle the rehab the right way. You see, I've never done a deal in Waterloo, Iowa. I've got a really good idea of what I think needs to be done, but I want to confirm that with data. And what I mean by data is sold comps. I want to find someone who successfully did what I'm going to attempt to do. So what I did is I went back and I looked at sold comps and I found a house that was a flip that just sold a few weeks ago that is very similar to my house. It's about the same square footage. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath on a basement with a garage, just like my house, and it sold for $100,000. So I called back Tori, my agent, to go over this comp and clarify with her what I wanted done on the house within our $15,000 budget. Take a listen to that call. And this is kind of what I was thinking. It's the most relevant flip that I kind of found in the area.
Okay.
That I think is a great comp for us. It just closed a couple weeks ago too, so it's like super relevant.
Perfect.
It's around the same square footage, like all that's kind of similar. And there's some things I like, and there's some things I think were a little better.
Oh, sure, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let me look at.
It's a 2-1. It's got a garage. I think it's actually a tiny bit smaller.
Yep, it is, because it is smaller.
I mean, it's a flip, and it sold pretty quick, I think. They came out at 107, sold at 100. Now, there's nothing special about this thing. I mean, I think our curb appeal is a little better. The kitchen's the only thing that's nice, but I think if we got new doors, we'd look like that.
Oh, absolutely.
And
just so you're aware, the location's better for yours.
Okay, so we got better location, but this is linoleum floors. This is Formica counter. The only thing they did that I thought was extra was the backsplash.
Right.
But I mean, even their appliance package is junk. Like it's.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I know, kind of funny how they went with the backsplash, but then went with the absolute cheapest appliances.
Yeah, why did you not put stainless steel in?
Which generally are the things that, spice it up a little bit. Yeah, I mean, this is nice, but yeah, I agree.
But then they got carpet. We'll be wood floors. But they got like popcorn ceilings in some of these bedrooms. And some of them have that tile ceiling. This thing is all carpet, and it's like cheap rental carpet. So ours will pop with wood floors.
Definitely. And they're nice. I mean, they're stripped down, but they'll be good.
And this bathroom we can match pretty easy. That's a linoleum floor, I'm thinking. That looks like that's just a tub insert.
I think this is a perfect comp to show us that we can get 105, maybe even a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have wood floors. We'll have let's do a stainless steel package. Mm-hmm. I think I mentioned to you, I just got one done on another flip where Lowe's delivered, installed the whole thing, $3,000.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, which is fantastic if they'll deliver and install. He's already primed it, so we might get a deal on the paint.
What about the kitchen? Do you want to use those bottom cabinets?
Yeah, let's keep the cabinets. I'm thinking we could probably find somehow to get some unfinished doors and then paint the doors in the existing cabinets so they all match. Yeah,
I'll see what my guy says. So I've got a guy who can probably do that for a pretty reasonable price, and I'll see what he recommends, the cheapest, but, still good quality way to do that.
And that guy that does the tub surround could do the backsplash too.
Yes.
I think we do that. I think that kind of makes it pop. If we have a little backsplash with like a newer looking cabinet when they're all, painted and hardware on with stainless steel, we could probably get away with that Formica countertop and linoleum floor like they did. Mm-hmm. And then if we just get that bathroom looking a little cute, then wood floors, finish, paint, we'll be done. It'd be nice. I mean, there might be some odds and ends like a couple light fixtures or stuff like that, but
nope, I agree. I think that's perfect.
Okay, let's make that our plan and try to keep at 15 or under, which I think we can.
Then I'll get going on the improvements, and we'll get an estimate put together and be on our way.
Okay, thanks, Tori.
All right.
Talk to you soon. Bye. So using that comp as a model, I feel really good that we can do even better because I'm gonna have stainless steel appliances instead of those white cheap appliances and refinished wood floors instead of carpet. Now we may even hit 110,000 because Tori said our house is in an even better neighborhood. Now notice that other flip did not have granite or tile, so I can get away with that too. And then Tori agreed to start working on getting bids. Now my goal is to have this thing all bid out on the scope of work and be ready to jump right on that rehab as soon as we close on the purchase. So if you think that was brilliant that I got an agent to manage this deal for me for free, leave a comment and say, Jerry, you are a flipping genius. Now this entire deal up until now is assuming that I just use my own cash and I don't borrow any money to fund the purchase or the rehab. But I do a lot of my deals with 100% funding. That means none of my own money in the deal. So if you'd like to see me do another video and show you how I would find and borrow $55,000 to buy this house and $15,000 to rehab the house, making it a no money down deal, leave a comment and let me know. Maybe I'll do another video. And finally, if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to my channel. With over 625 videos, this is the #1 channel on YouTube for all things wholesaling and flipping, and I'll see you on the next video.